Okay, this video is to help you if you are going to retake the skill part of the discrimination test. For this test, we had to do two paragraphs. We had to do an introduction paragraph and a one-body paragraph. So I will go through again what you need to know, but you got to make sure you have all these parts in your essay or you do not get full credit. Okay, in the opening paragraph, we need three things: background information, restate the question, and thesis statement. This here is all the background information. You want to put the date, the time. What is the topic we are talking about? Why is it important? Just an overall view, an overall kind of umbrella of the issue. So you could read right there what I wrote. It's usually about 3, 4, 5 sentences, and you could find the information in either beginning of the DBQ or you could things you learned about in class. You could add that too. Okay, the next thing we need to do is restate the question. And here it is right here. This is just right on the DBQ. Why were so few African Americans registered to vote in Mississippi during the 1950s and 1960s? Then we are going to have our thesis statement. The reason so few African Americans registered to vote was the literacy test, violence, and economic pressure. Those are three different reasons why there were so few African Americans registered to vote in Mississippi. You are then going to take the first one. I have literacy test. You didn't have to, but you could have one of any of these or some other topic as long as you have documents to back it up. But I have literacy test. So with this then, we're going to use what we've been using all year, ACE. Answer, cite, and explain. So I answer the question. Right here, I answer the question. Let me get a different color here. One of the ways whites in Mississippi prevented African Americans from registering to vote was the literacy test. Okay, now I need to explain what the literacy test was and how did it prevent people from voting. So first I explain here from the Attorney General what he has to say about how it's more difficult for African Americans to take the test than whites. And I cite it because if you don't believe that, you can go look at document D. Then I have another citation, kind of more evidence, about a man who actually tried to take the test, an African American. And here he says, I tried, but I had no idea what it meant. So these tests they had to take, you had to pass this test to be able to register to vote. And they made the test so hard, African Americans couldn't vote. Then I need to explain, and I explain it all down here. The system was designed to stop African Americans voting, and it worked. The test African Americans had to take was difficult, and if you couldn't pass the test, you couldn't vote. The literacy test prevented African Americans from registering to vote. I think that's pretty good. That gives me a reason why not many African Americans register to vote. I explained what it is. I did the whole ACE. I cited, I explained, I answered. ACE, answer, cite, and explain. You need all of these things in your two paragraphs to get a good grade. So let's review one more time. Background information, check. Restate the question, check. Thesis statement, check. Answer, check. Cite, check. Explain, check.